Hey Virgo, welcome to your September 2024 weekly reading. It's going to be your reading from September 24th until the 30th. I hope you're doing well. Wishing you a great rest of the month. And yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and get started. If you didn't get to hear me say happy birthday, Virgo, well, happy birthday. I know it's not your birthday season anymore, but if you're feeling like maybe I didn't say it, or I never said it, or I didn't say it enough, well, there you go. Let's see here. What's going on with Virgos here for the week? Also, too, if you want to book a personal reading with me, that link will be down below in the description. If you click that link, it'll take you straight to my website, and then from there, you can purchase a reading. All right, starting off pretty good here, Virgo, for your read. Starting off pretty good here. All right, let's see. What we got here? Pull the Ace of Cups here. Okay. I like this read. You have the Nine of Cups here for the overall energy for you for the week. Nine of Cups is a card of wish fulfillment, fulfilling your desires here. It's a card of satisfaction and being content. And so, but it's also a card of like having faith, surrendering and letting go and trusting in the process here. I think you're starting to get into this energy here this week, Virgo, of like feeling comfortable and confident with having faith in regards to some like things working out for you, right? I think this eclipse maybe that we just had in Pisces probably was difficult for you. I think for all of us, it brought things up for sure. It was in your 7th house of relationships. So for you, there could have been things going on in your relationships. I'm not sure, but that would be the theme though, that it would play out. But it just depends on your rising. If you have a different rising, then it would play out in a different area. But don't worry about it. This is just for all Virgo placements here. So let's pull your Oracle card here. You pull this Jupiter return. It says benefits here. I like this. I mean, even the Nine of Cups is Jupiter. It's Jupiter in Pisces. And this card, you pulled Jupiter return. This is benefits here. Jupiter is a planet of positivity, expansion, growth, benefits, opportunity. So I think there's a lot of opportunity here on your side this week. There's a sense of expansion and growth and positivity here. Also, too, Jupiter does offer positivity and growth and expansion, but sometimes it does come with some form of lesson. And I think here with the Nine of Cups, with it being Pisces, I think the lesson is about being able to surrender and being able to and also Pisces deals with your connection to God and the divine and having faith. And I think here it's like the lesson is like cultivating that strong sense of connection to God or the divine or your higher self or spirit, whatever you want to call it. And also Pisces does deal with compassion, surrender. So it almost, where I was going with that is, it's almost Jupiter is blessing you here, like Jupiter's blessing you here, like you're being blessed here because you are learning some type of deeper lesson here. And it doesn't even have to be like, now since you've learned the lesson and you're being blessed, here's $1 million, or now your business is gonna be, number one, or it could just be that now the doors are starting to open up here. Now there's avenues here that you couldn't see before, that weren't there before, that are helping you. You pulled this stars in the sky, it says limitless possibility here. And that's the Nine of Cups. It's like being open to all the possibilities, right? And being like, I know this is going to work out for me. I know it will. Or I trust in the divine. I have faith that things are working out for me. And I feel like the more you can keep that mindset here this week, the better. Like, I think that's actually going to help maybe you get out of, because Virgo, I'm not trying to pick on you, Virgo can be the sign of like perfectionism, cynicism, criticizing, critical, self-judging, judging others. I'm not saying that's all Virgos. I'm saying it's the archetype of Virgo and its shadow, right? But Virgo also is very powerful in the way in which it shows us where we do need to have discernment. It shows us where we need to improve things. It shows us where we can practically do things better. And so there is this learning of the balance here for you. You pull this be, feel, receive abundance. All that you desire is achievable. And this card, hands down, that is the definition of the Nine of Cups. To be, he has his arms crossed, right? The symbolism. He has his arms crossed. He's being. He's not thinking. He's not doing. He's just sitting there. He's just being. And it's the water element, the cups. He's feeling. And also, water deals with it's the yin, right? So it's receiving, and Jupiter is abundance. And it's the expectation that everything will work out. All that you desire is achievable. I ain't trying to be no motivational coach here, but I'm just saying. You pulled the Nine of Cups. We just talked about the Nine of Cups. That's your overall energy. Let's go to the next card. You have the Queen of Pentacles in your current energy at this time. And Queen of Pentacles is a card of purification. It's not like we're just, we're clean. It's not that we have to be cleaning out all the toxic things in our life, although that could be something that you're doing, just like getting rid of like all the negativity. But the Queen of Pentacles can talk about organization, reorganizing things, getting your ducks in a row, looking at the practical things, trying to figure out how you can create better, taking a look at your resources, finances, taking a look at your foundation. And I think you're being very productive here in your current energy, or you're being encouraged to be productive here. Because I'm almost seeing you here create space for something new that you can, since there's space, now you can create what it is that you want. Queen of Pentacles does deal with co-creation. So also, I would be open to creating here with others as well. You have the Knight of Cups here in the challenge. I don't think this is in regards to love, because the Two of Wands is your advice here. This is what I'll say. I will say, though, if there is, if you want to show love and affection, the Two of Wands is about, don't be afraid to show love and affection, right? It's like, Two of Wands, like, here's some love and affection here. But I want to say here as well that the Knight of Cups and the challenge, I think this is in regards to a vision that you have. It's something inside your mind's eye. It's some type of experience here that you're looking to have, but it's in the challenge, so maybe it hasn't happened yet here. And sometimes it's like we can have that concept, or we can have that ideal in our mind, or that vision, right? But sometimes we can lack. Sometimes it's like we can have it, but sometimes we need to go out and get it. Like sometimes we need to motivate ourselves. Sometimes we need to start, right? It's like, it kind of reminds me, let's just say, for instance, I'll give you an example. Let's just say, for instance, you started working on an art piece, and it's like you have the vision in your mind of how you want it to go, but it's like, and you start working on it for an hour or a day or two, and you kind of you forget all about it. You just stop doing it, right? You just stop doing it, even though you still have the idea, even though you still have the vision of doing it. But it's almost like you could be missing that motivation to do it, right? The Two of Wands is saying sometimes you're not going to have motivation or be inspired, but when you take action, you'll find the motivation and the inspiration. So I think your advice at this time is to basically take action here and be bold, be courageous, and take the initiative here with what you want to create and what you want to experience here. You pulled the Four of Pentacles here. Going to the next card, you pulled the Four of Pentacles here in the future position. The Four of Pentacles in the future position, I think this is symbolic of achievement here. Finally, you being able to accomplish something or get something done here. Four of Pentacles, as well as you doing something, achieving something, or getting something, or finding something that gives you power and influence over your situation. Let's just say, for instance, you're trying to figure out, I'll give you another example. Let's just say you want to buy a new camera for your business, but let's just say you don't have the resources, right? Just to say you don't have the funds or whatever. So the Queen of Pentacles, so you work, right? You work and you save up the funds. And then now you have the funds, now you have the resources, and the Four of Pentacles. Now you have what it is that you need to have power and influence over your situation, i.e. go buy a new camera, right? So that would be the Four of Pentacles. It's getting something, or coming into something, obtaining something here, or putting together something here that now gives you the power to have influence over your situation in a way in which you desire. And that's that Ace of Cups as well. It's you feeling the satisfaction and the joy with that. So here we go. I like this. King of Wands in the position of something that you're unaware of at this time, that you need to be aware of here. This is going to be a side note here for my entrepreneurs and my self-employed people out there, or people that are, kind of doing their own thing. They're not attached to something. And I'll get to the other side of the coin here in a moment. But I think here at this time, it's you're being encouraged here to lead. You're being encouraged here to take the lead, right? If you have a vision, you have to see it through all the way to the end here. and believe in yourself, right? Keep the belief there. And I think others of you, the King of Wands being in the position of something you're unaware of, it's very similar to the same. It's like the King of Wands is saying, if you want to get something done, it's like you're going to have to do it, right? Like nobody else is going to do it for you. It's like you have to do it here. But the King of Wands reminds you here that to trust and believe in your talents and your skills and your gifts and believe in yourself here. Because the Knight of Cups is like, yeah, I have this vision and I want to, this dream or this something that I'm envisioning that I want to experience. But it can be uncomfortable, right? Like stepping outside your comfort zone. The Two of Wands as advice is like, no, let's go. Like Two of Wands is Aries. Like let's just start. Let's just take the initiative. Let's do it. All right, let's clarify your reading here. Clarify the Nine of Cups here for the overall energy for Virgo, please. You pulled the Seven of Swords here. Yeah, some of you, you know, I always get this in your reads, Virgos. Virgo and Sag, I always get this energy of like someone practicing a law of attraction, or just law of attraction energy just showing itself in the reading. Law of attraction is always playing out, right? But the Nine of Cups, Seven of Swords is like, it's like energy manipulation. That's like, it's like, you know, weaving your own reality. And I think here your advice here is to, well, Seven of Swords can be an energy of strategies and tactics, but it's also about avoiding things that aren't good for you, avoiding things that are going to get you the opposite of what you want. And I think here with the Nine of Cups being the overall energy here, so many different things coming on this, Virgo. I think your overall energy here is to, like, your strategy, right? So it's emphasizing like your strategy about something. The Nine of Cups would be to let go, surrender, have faith, right? Expect the best. Understand that everything's working out for your higher self. You don't have to control things that are outside of your control or try to control them. It's about it's about taking care of the things that you can control and being okay and just being and expecting the best thing and expecting the best in regards to other situations that are outside of your control that are working itself out. And I also want to say here, Seven of Swords too, you know, if you don't, your plans here, if you don't want other people to know your plans, you know, Seven of Swords can be like, you know, keeping your business to yourself. So that's also something I see you doing here this week. Clarify the Queen of Pentacles here in your current energy. You have the Temperance. Temperance and Queen of Pentacles can be healing as well. You know, some of you are really wanting to do a deeper level of healing here. But I get it's more so in the way in which you actually want to like improve, like maybe it's improving your health or it's improving your looks or it's just working on yourself here. The Temperance, Queen of Pentacles is like, let me work on myself. Let me take the things that I have in my life at this time and let me work on those things. Like I want to improve just my quality of life. And I think it's your personal, like your own personal life. It's like not all the other external things. Also, Queen of Pentacles, the Temperance card is symbolic of nature itself. I see a lot of you here maybe being in nature when you're watching me, maybe, but just like really wanting to like be out in nature more. Clarify the Knight of Cups in the challenge. You pulled the Judgment card here. Yeah, the Judgment card it's the call to awakening. It's when a purpose is emerging and it's about answering the call, right? It's about answering whatever the purpose is. So like, let's just say, for instance, you feel inspired to create a YouTube channel that's a motivational law of attraction channel. And like you feel that deep inside of you, like to your bones, to your core, the Judgment cards, like you feel like this is your calling. But with it being in the challenge with the Knight of Cups, the vision and the dream that you have, it's like you're not pursuing it. Like you're not acting on it. You're not getting started with it. You're not doing it, right? Because maybe there could be fear there, right? That's why your advice here is the Two of Wands, like be bold, right? It's Aries. Be bold, trust yourself. Two of Wands, Two of Cups, trust yourself. Right? Trust yourself. Also too, yeah. Trust yourself, this Two of Cups, Two of Wands. But I understand that you do have the inner strength here. Because I'm kind of getting, you know how like you may be like wanting to do something, but maybe let's say like an example would be public speaking, right? Let's just say it's public speaking, and your fear is like getting on stage and somebody saying like you suck, like in the audience, right? And because you feel like if you hear that, like that's just gonna like crack your whole world, right? But even if that were to happen, I think it would shock you. Like I'm using an example. I think it would shock you about like how like easy it would bounce off of you. Like yeah, maybe it would affect you a little bit, but it wouldn't be something that would like totally like stop you from ever public speaking again or something like that. Does that make sense? I'm just saying like if that were to happen, right? Because I kind of get here, it's like there could be certain things that you're fearing, like, well, what if this happens? And if it does happen, then that means like, then I'm gonna like, it's gonna ruin everything. But I don't think so. I think with this Two of Wands, Two of Cups is a reminder. It's like, no, you have the inner strength. Even if something does happen, like you have that inner resilience here and the inner strength here emotionally to be able to adjust, right? And recenter. But I think your advice though in general is just trusting yourself emotionally. Clarify the Four of Pentacles in the future. You have the Two of Swords here. Yep. And so there's something here that I see you having power and control here, right? To do what it is that you want. And I see you here with the Two of Swords, seeing like reflecting here and seeing what it is that you do want to do, right? Two of Swords can be the fulcrum of the mind, figuring out, what decision to make with what you have. Four of Pentacles or within a situation, the power lies, the decision, like you have the power to make a decision here. Let's see what this Ace of Cups is and the outcome. You pulled the Queen of Swords here. Yeah, and I think here that whatever decision you make or whatever it is that you do, I think you'll be okay with it. Ace of Cups, Queen of Swords. I think it'll be something you emotionally will be fulfilled with here. Ace of Cups, Queen of Swords. Also, too, you may when it comes to relationships or a relationship here, you may find, Virgo, like you may have a talk with someone, or there may be a talk or a conversation to where there's a mutual reception of love and care and trust that opens up both people to coming together more with this Two of Cups as the Two of Cups in the advice. Clarify the King of Wands here and the position of something you're unaware of. Pull the Six of Swords here. Yeah, and I think, the Six of Swords is saying, let's not be stuck anymore, right? Let's not stay in an energy of being stuck in the mud, right? Like, let's move in a new direction here, and let's be confident and positive here, King of Wands, that we can take that initiative here and move things in the direction that we want to go. Or just to move things in a better direction here. Like the King of Wands is saying, like, trust in your ability here to lead. Trust in your ability here to take the initiative with things. You pulled this Dolphin card. It says joy, light, flow, compassion. Yeah, I kind of feel like in the beginning of this read, when I was reading it, like in the beginning, it kind of just felt like this very serious energy. Then toward the end, it kind of feels like it's like mellowing out and becoming like more joyful. I think there's something, especially with that Temperance being in your current energy, it's like flipping negatives into positives, literally. And this card is very much a positive energy. Dolphins are connected to positivity, joy, light, flow, compassion. It's also cooperation as well, and fun. So I think there's this energy here of the fun being restored here and with things, whether it's with work or career, even though I only have one Pentacle card in this read. or 2 actually, my bad. But I think it's like in regards to your in your own personal life, and I think it's in your relationships here, and I think it could be with career and work as well. You pulled this clarity card. It says mountain here, and that's the Queen of Swords here in the outcome. It's the clarity, and that sense of clarity is giving you emotional peace. And you pull this skywriting card. It says the fates here. So, and there's something about fate playing out. I mean, the sun's in the south node, right? So nodes deal with fate. And so, and we stepped into the sun entering Libra with the south node. So, but here's the thing though. It's like with fate, it's like fated things will happen, but it's how you approach the fate, right? So my example, like where I'm going with this is that destiny, right? You're in control of your destiny. You have free will. Your free will creates your fate. Now, yes, I know there's things that happen that are outside of our control, right? But it's how we respond to those things. So say, for instance, let's just say embedded in your character right now is self-sabotage, right? If there's pattern, there's prediction. If you know the pattern, if you know the structure of something, you can predict more than likely how things are going to play out. But we have the free will to change the pattern, to change the structure. You get where I'm going with this? And that allows us to take more control over our fate and to take control of our destiny. So if you have a pattern of self-sabotage, for an example, and you know, like, okay, this is the thing that I keep doing that does self-sabotage it. This is the thing that does sabotage it. Maybe you may be unaware of it, right? Maybe you're learning like what these things are. Maybe you're learning like what these things are. So that way now that you have the knowledge, or you've already, even if you're already aware of it, or if you're coming into the knowledge and the awareness of it now since you have the information, now it comes down to how do you apply it in the moment, right? And so if someone has a pattern of like self-sabotage, if they have the wisdom and the understanding of how it's happening, now one with their free will can make the choice to do something different, to change the way they go about it. And you take control back over your destiny, and you start to create a different type of fate, one that's more in alignment with what it is that you want. And I think that's also another theme playing out here for you. It's like you really starting to understand like how your energy and everything can influence like your situation. And I think you're learning here how to improve and figure things out and become better here, so that way you don't keep getting the same thing that you don't want. So that's what I got for you, Virgo. And I think by the end of the week you'll be, Ace of Cups is soul receiving love. It's emotional and spiritual fulfillment. It's finding the peace and the serenity again, and being able to, find that positive emotion, positive feeling, comfort. So that's what I got for you. I'm gonna leave your reading here. If you want to book a personal reading with me, that link will be down below in the description. If you're new to the channel, I encourage you to subscribe. And if you like the video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button. Otherwise than that, I'm wishing you the best, and I'll see you in your next video. Bye, Virgo.